Welcome to Cultural Central Sports. I'm Sofia and Miranda, joined by Milena and Velez to give you an update on sports at Penn State University. Beginning with Penn State football, who currently sits at 6-0 and number 3 on the AP pool. Milena, how do you evaluate Penn State's performance so far this season?
Well, it's on the sheet. Undefeated, 6-0. Did the job with the Big Ten Conference so far, 3-0, already beating Illinois, UCLA, and Southern California in a very heated game. Penn State has struggled though during the first half of the first few games. UCLA was an outlier to that. The same with Kent State, but other than that, Penn State struggled defensively and offensively during that first half. However, I don't want to just focus on the bad things. I want to talk about the good things I've done so far this season. And I think a good example will be the game against Southern California. Everyone has their opinion on the game. However, I think we learned very good things about the team during it, specifically just like how resilient the team is, recovering from a 26 in the first half. I think it takes courage and resilience, and I think Drew Aller, Tyler Warren, players like them just proving that they have what it takes to, be number 3 in the nation.
Definitely.
So I want to know though, what do you think Penn State has in store for the next few games?
I'm really excited to see all the games. We have super rivals coming up. We have Wisconsin and then Ohio State and Beaver Stadium. I just feel like the crowd would be awesome. And I do feel like there will be games that will have tactical and more technical issues in Penn State, especially on the halves, as you said. But I do believe Penn State has a third, they are third in the pool, so they have a right there. But we'll have to see.
Yeah.
But continue a little bit more. We'll talk a little bit on more Penn State sports. We have women's volleyball ranked at number 3 right now. They are currently 18-1 overall. So how do you evaluate this season? And do you think this momentum will continue, especially with Big Ten play conference
100%.
continuing?
100%. I think Penn State women's volleyball, it's such an underrated team here at Penn State. 18-1, and the only game they dropped was against Pitt, the number 1 ranked team on the nation. And yes, they lost 3-0, but they were very close sets. I think Penn State women's volleyball is just putting out there a great performance, and I think they're going to continue that momentum. We have players like Taylor Trammell just bringing that experience to the game. Coach Katie just doing an amazing, phenomenal job with continuing what the coach before her established with Penn State volleyball, and I think they have it to put a great performance in the NCAA tournament. I see them making the final. I'm going to make that statement. Yeah. I would like to know, Sofia, there's a lot of things going on in Penn State sports, and specifically soccer. I want to know, what do you have to say about performances of both women's and men's? I know the women's have their next match coming up against Ohio State, big game. Men's have a game again with Wisconsin and Northwestern. Just what's your take on that?
I feel like men's is a little bit harder. They've just been struggling a lot this season, especially in defense. They have conceded 24 goals in only 13 matches, and also 10 goals, the first goals, and they're 5-7-2. So it's just not been a great season. However, women's, they are doing amazing. They're 11 wins, and they've just been killing it. I feel like they also have a huge play. They won 5 games out of 10 in Big Ten conference play. So they are just doing amazing job. They're 15 currently. They were higher, they were lower, but they are consistent right now. But what do you think about the players?
Well, I have to mention Jordan Fusco and Kaylee McBean just doing an amazing job with the women's team. Just look at the stats, it's just amazing. But I think that's when we wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching this edition of Sports Updates for Culture Central. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.